disgusting.
So, and lots of it's come out your fucking mouth.
Exactly. And then obviously blocked him, and obviously you've all seen what's happened over the past couple of hours. So, yeah. I basically told him that's enough. So that's why he's dragging me.
I mean,
which is fine. I expect it. Obviously, I was a friend to him, but I don't think people should be going to his house. I don't think.
Sorry, I'm not. His address is out there. Get to his house.
There you go.
Oh my God.
There you go.
Nobody should be going to anybody's house. What an absolute little fucking troglodyte he is.
One sec. I'll replay that little bit again, will I?
Fabulous. I
NT.
No, not all of it.
So NT came live to say,
which is fine. I expect it. Obviously, I was a friend to him, but I don't think people should be going to his house. I don't think.
Sorry, I'm not. His address is out there. Get to his house. Do your worst, people.
There you go, guys.
Oh, you know what that's for? Because it's Dan. I swear to God, what a absolute cretin he is, because he would absolutely brick it. He gives it all a big I am on here. He would brick it like Devon. If Devon come into contact him, I tell you, he'd uppercut, knock him clean out them sliders. What an absolute little hypocrite he is.
Mm-hmm. I thought you said MTs then. I was just going to say, yeah, don't turn up at MTs. It won't end well.
No.
Not for anyone that turns up at his house.
This is the way he likes to talk to women, guys.
No, sorry.
Well,
this is when I told him he couldn't call Angie an SLAG.
I'm not doing echo chambers on the FYP. That's why I stopped fucking doing it. People fucking complain about who's in there and who's not in there and fucking... I'm just sick of shit.
No, that's not fair. Who have I ever complained about?
No, I didn't say you. I said people have. It just pisses me off. We can't win. I can never fucking win. Because if I sit here, right, and I've sat here, and Angie, for example, has criticised me. She's threatened me with social services. She's had me in fucking tears once, right? With all the fucking shit she reckoned she was going to fucking do and cause. And yet people were still in her fucking life, still interacting with, still watching and still fucking picking her up. And I'm like, oh, she's a nice person, maybe in real life. Fuck off.
Well, she is.
No, she's fucking up. She's a nasty vile piece of shit. And you're still backing her up after what she did to me. So what?
And you still sat in a fucking box.
But hang on a minute.
No, what's the fucking difference?
Lower your voice.
You've come in here 3 times over the last few days when I've come in a live box, shouting and screaming me fucking down. Well, I can fucking shout and scream as well, Matt. And I ain't going to do it. So there you go. This is the FYP bullshit that you've got. And that's why I don't come on this fucking app. Because people like you're the fucking hypocrite.
Lower your tone.
You're the hypocrite.
Lower your tone.
Well, I won't lower my fucking tone.
There's the real Chippy.
Don't fucking tell me because I ain't the one. I'm not one of these people you can sit there on your fucking aisles with.
No, you want the argument, all right? The fucking argument.
Can we just speak? Because nothing's going to get resolved with people shouting over each other.
There's nothing to resolve, Millsy. Because I will do what I think I fucking want to do. I'm not going to be told on here by anybody what I can and can't do.
Exactly,
I'm sick and fucking tired. That's why I don't bother coming on here. There's too many people in fucking ears and other people's ears telling you how you should do things and how you shouldn't do things. I'll do it
about your DMs then, Chippy, that you send to people.
Like I said, Angie's a prime example. The way she's fucking gone on here and you all still fucking talk to her. You all still big her up.
I don't
you all
talk to her.
still back her. You all, oh, she's a nice lady. No, she's not. She's a cunt. But you all back her, and then you criticize her because I said to Wayne, he can come in with fucking FYP.
No, what I said is contrary to unpopular opinion. I've met Angie in real life, and without this app, Angie is a nice person.
You either back me or you don't back me.
So I've got to back you when you're sitting
That's
there
threatening people.
calling her a slut and stuff, Chippy.
He done the same about you as well, Cole, when he was calling you a racist.
That doesn't right with me.
Well, then
Call
go.
her many things, but you can't call her that.
You're a cunt.
And when men go for women like that, they're just scumbags.
Yeah, well, that's it, innit? They can say what they fucking want, but we can't answer back.
Can we just cast our mind back to when he was sat in DHB's live with Karma Kaz and Millsy, and he said on live with a big chest that he had my NHS number. When he thought I was the social worker that Lisa Marie lied about me being.
But the thing is,
Exactly.
Cockapoo, that day when all this went off with me and Chippy, Millsy rang me and said, shall I fire up a live so you can talk about it? I said, no, I'm done. Like, there's nothing for me to talk about, but she still fired up the live anyway, which was this consequence. But then he went and he said to people, I had to shout, you don't know Max. She shouts and no one can get a word in. Who was shouting? It wasn't me. I only raised my voice to tell him who's he talking to, lower his tone.
But I think we've just seen the real Chippy there. Do you know, like they'd say, do things long enough and you see the real person. That is the real Chippy.
Yeah. So, yeah, guys, and all this is a reaction to him today. Going on about when I went into Canadian Angie's, but it had the desired effect because Millsy was watching Canadian Angie's from the outside and she contacted Chippy straight away. That child was on battling at 12:30 at night and told people that he was coming back on. He was battling grown-ass adults.
You enlisted in 93. Rose from infantry.
See, at the time, I didn't agree with what happened there, Max. You
No,
know
and I
this,
said
right?
that, Pearl. You're
Yeah,
but
I didn't agree with what happened, but when the way now you're told in a proper story, because I just thought you come across the live, seen him on live, and then you did say
because
you
we
done
used to be
stuff there.
friends, hungry guy, and Chippy sent me pictures of his child when he was on holiday. That's how.
And equally, he was calling strange people peddlers.
Yeah.
Like, I tried, you heard Anne, his sister was in here earlier, and she said she woke up to multiple calls.
Mm-hmm.
There was nobody else on. So I went into Angie's because I know from time that Mills has always said she sits on the outside watching Canadian Angie. And it had the desired effect because
it was Millsy that rang him to tell him.
Exactly.
Exactly.
But he's trying to run with the narrative. I was doing it to score points off of him. Look, trust me now, on my grandchildren's life, if I wanted to score points, I would not have bothered putting a cover over his face. But I did.
Yeah.
So you can run with whatever you like, Chippy. And like I say, this is just a reaction to you mentioning that again today.
To be fair, I'd have left it till the following morning to get hold of the sister.
I tried and tried, Cockapoo. The child was coming back on. He was calling grown-ass adults pedos and stuff.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know none of this, and this is why everybody knows my opinion with Max. I said, get out of here. You could have done it like another way, do whatever. And I did, didn't I, Max? And we even had a phone call off the app, and I still stood to my same opinion. I said, me, Max, personally, I think you've done it just to get back at Chippy. And me and Max had that conversation because that's how it come across to me. Do you know what I'm saying?
But like
I didn't know any of the other stuff, like till we had the phone call, then I knew that he was coming back on. He was calling grown people peddlers, like he was being
he
about
was battling
that.
a woman to begin with, and then after the woman, and I went into that woman's live, and I was saying in there, this is a child. What are you doing?
I would have, to be honest, I would have highlighted the woman rather than the child.
Yes, exactly.
Regardless of who the parent was, I would have highlighted the person battling, especially once you'd told her that he was a child.
And then he went on with two, I suppose they was like 26, 27-year-old guys. Calling them pedlos.
Yeah, even so, he's a kid. Stuff that comes out of kids' mouths is wild, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying. That's where
but
I
you don't know where them people live, Cockapoo. They could have been living round the fucking corner from him.
Yeah, I know.
And
It's just my point of view.
Yeah, and you're entitled to that. But it, like I say, it had the desired effect because Millsy did in fact ring Chippy.
Yeah.
And Chippy went in and told him. But my fear was, he said he was coming back on. He was telling the people his biggest gift has gone to bed, but they'll get back up and he'll be back on in half an hour or so. Well, I'm sorry, I weren't sitting up all night watching what he was doing. Do you know what I mean? But who knows who he would have got on with if he'd have come back on.
But for everybody listening and think, oh, you're backtracking. I'm not backtracking. I'm still sticking to the same opinion for all he said, as much as he has about me and gone in at me. And me and me and Max come off that phone call. She said, listen, you're entitled to your opinion. And I knew what I was doing. And that's how we ended it, because I still said, listen, it was a child. I still wouldn't have done that. He's done the damage that night. I would have left it till the morning, and we didn't we, Max? We had this discussion, and I'm still stood there with that. I'm not backtracking, and I just think things were gone around the wrong way, and I'll still always say that.
Yeah, but you know, like
No,
I said,
that's
Pearl,
it. Each to their own. Each to their own. And listen, we're not going to argue over that. That's
no.
my opinion, and you had yours. I still think. And I'm only being, listen, I'll never be two-faced, my Max. I'm still saying the same thing. I think it was done still for ulterior motives, but...
No, well, I can assure you
I
it
know
wasn't, Pearl.
you've said that, but I'm still... like,
yeah, you're entitled to your opinion, and that's fine.
I'm still sticking to my same opinion, because to me, there was other ways you could have went around it. That's all I'm saying.
Like I say, if it was for other motives, trust me, I would not have bothered
I get
putting
you.
anything over his face.
Max, excuse me a minute. Am I to get rid of this bloody hungry guy geezer or what?
Why? What's he doing?
I don't know. He's pissing someone off in the comments.
Just ignore him. The only thing I also wanted to put out as well is, like, I mean, I know everyone's upset with Dan at the moment, but to incite people to go to his house and do the worst, knowing what he's been through, is disgusting. I'm sorry, but it is.
Exactly. Nobody should be sending anybody to the houses and saying his address is all over the internet, get yourself there. No, he wouldn't like it if somebody was going to his house where anything could happen. So, no, definitely not. I don't agree with that. And like I say, he's got the biggest opinion on the app. But again, little small bald-headed syndrome, what he's got. He loves to be like the loudest man in the room. He loves, when he's on his own show, he can have them opinions, and anybody who disagrees, you're muted, you're blocked out. Like, pathetic in my eyes.
Exactly, but you know, when we all used to sit with him, like I say, when you was going through what you was going through, Pearl, every other time he mentioned your name, he was saying, she's a racist, she'll always be a racist, she'll go to sleep a racist, she'll wake up a racist.
Listen, not bringing anything up, but
and then he spoke to you after that.
He's had this to deal with in his own family. So how does he think now things can happen? And when I said what I said, it was a word I used all my life. But I'm glad I took that hit, because it saved my grandbabies from taking that, because I had allowed them to say that word, because we wasn't allowed to say the M word, if you know what I mean. Like M for another animal. Do you know what I'm saying? We were never allowed to say that, so that's how come, like, through all of my growing up, we were allowed to use that word.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? But he's had it now firsthand, and how did it make him feel? That's how easy it can happen. Like, when people say, well, he must have heard it to grow up, is he going to stand on business and say he heard that to grow up? I don't think so. He'll just come out and say he can't help what kids say.
Exactly. But, you know, I'm sorry, but he wasn't going to sit there and bring all that back up today.
Yeah.
And not get me to reply to him, Pearl.
Exactly. No, I get where you're coming from, but like he's well named a hypocrite, because everything he's calling people out for, and I mean everything, he's been there, done it, and got the T-shirt. Or it's like happened within the inner walls. Still. So, exactly, hypocrite.
But, you know, no doubt he'll have loads to say on Monday, which is fine. He's entitled to. But there's a difference. He's not blocked from here.
Exactly. He'll be watching this now. He will be watching this now. He'll be screen recording you all the way through. And if he was anything of a man, he'd jump in here and have his say if he's got now to hide. But will he? No.
No, of course he won't.
No.
Because he won't be able to control the narrative, Pearl, that's why. And he won't be able to scream and shout and say everything else and not let nobody speak.
Exactly.
Credit to Lucy for coming up with that name. Thank you.
As far as I am aware, Chippy, Millsy, I've told. So they reckon I don't know. Like I say, I've always, and
No,
I
he
mean
can't street,
always,
Jay.
always found, I know nobody in here maybe gets on with her, I've always found Millsy okay. And I used to find, me and Chippy started off where we had a big bus stop and, well, the whole app knows about it, right? Then it was sorted. But what I find with Chippy, he's not just two-faced, he's fucking 40-faced. And at the minute, like, he's coming across as very hypocritical because
Yeah, but it's like
I'll
all of
keep
us.
saying it, he's bought, and he cannot call them people out. They own him now. They own him. End of.
I think the problem is he can't control you.
And he'll never control me. Never in a lifetime.
But you know, it's like all of a sudden he's God for the app.
Exactly like, who is he, a little bald man that goes fishing? Big fucking deal.
But you know, he's not gonna sit there.
Juju, jump up. Chippy is a nice guy. Let people come up if you got that opinion of him. Nobody's going to jump on you. You've got your opinions. We've got ours. Everybody sees different in everybody. Do you know what I mean? But surely you've listened to what's gone on tonight, and as his real life friends, not me, Max and them, I suppose the list will go on endless. What they can tell you.
I don't think we were friends. We were supporters.
Well, no, we
Friends
thought
don't
we
fuck
was.
people ever.
Oh, just being in.
See, I always took you, Max and Chippy, as proper friends.
I thought we was until he stabbed me in the back a number of times, Pearl, and I'm like, nah, this is it now.
Yeah.
Just going over, you know, him making out that he's holier than thou, and he's got a lot to say on everybody, Mikey, and he's not as pure as the driven snow.
1,000,000% he's not. He's always got the biggest opinion and the worst to say on people. I mean, look, he can't ever say he didn't know about poor Cockapoo's circumstances and he still went there. He's an absolute cretin.
Thanks, guys. But, you know, it seems like the way he's coming across is he's the only one that's allowed to have opinions on anybody anymore.
No one is in this app. Exactly, Shivery, nobody is. But when they're coming out and calling the whatever they think they're calling out, people's got a right to reply, and that's what I said. Think of the rooms you sit in, think of the people you sit around. When all of them is white as snow, then come at us. I'm owning, I'm a Kent, and I come out and say things and do things, but I'll say it with chest, because I own it. If it's come out my mouth, I mean it. Not because I'm pissed and I'll come on the next morning because I'm apologising. If I've said it, I mean it.
Yeah, well, you know that Luke waits for him to give his opinion before he gives his. Because Luke
exactly,
takes his
Morgan.
cues from Hypocrite.
I know I'm a Kent, but I'll own up to being a Kent. I won't sit and let anybody buy me on this app. Anybody. And no, there's not one person on this app owns me. And who gives that little bald man who sits on a toadstool fucking fishing any right to say you shouldn't have done this and you shouldn't have done that when he's done fucking everything and had everything the same as what we've all had? So who is our little
No,
hypocrite?
but he don't get nowhere near what anybody else gets, Pearl.
That's the top and bottom of it, money, and I don't care what anybody says. Listen, you come on this app with your gifts on and we all do the same fucking thing, we all beg. And everybody knows when they come into my room, I say, come in here, prepared to get rinsed. I don't hide it back in, I'm barefaced. What I'm on here for?
42 weeks till Christmas, just saying.
Oh, don't tell Smiles.
But, you know, it's like, I see what he was saying this morning on clips. So, you know, yes,
Listen, he's got the most to say. If he doesn't like what we do, like me, Donna, Luke, MT, Cockapoo, whoever else, don't fucking watch us. Block us, like you keep saying. Block us. I ain't affected by nobody on this app. Not one person, because if I was, I wouldn't watch them. But I love when they come on with all these high morals when they've done and said the fucking most.
Thing is, I've heard people saying